I remember just being like, I just need to win in my life to feel better, and to realize that it didn't make me feel better.
Dancing with the Stars is another point of that, where, you know, you wanted that trophy so bad, or you thought you did, and then you got it. And it made me so sad to read about how in that moment you were just like, okay, what's next? Or like you didn't get to feel it. Do you wish you could go back and do that again, knowing everything you know now? Or was just like another layer of, you know what, I was doing it for the wrong reasons, but I still learned something, you know, that was sad.
Yeah, I don't think I was doing it for the wrong reasons. I think I was in such a place that it was like a distraction. You know, I desperately needed a distraction because I wasn't going to deal with, you know, how I was really feeling. And I've gotten farther away from it now. Like it also makes me sad. I'm like, wow, that was a really incredible experience, and I will always be thankful for it. And there were moments of like, you know, really living in it, but I wish I could do it again and just like have fun. But I put so much pressure on myself because I felt like I needed that win, because I felt like a loser. I felt like I was like the Bachelorette that, like, you know, didn't even finish her season, you know, with somebody, then like, you know, tried to, and then kind of got burned after that again. And I was just like, needed that validation and needed a win in my life. I remember just being like, I just need a win in my life to feel better, and to realize that it didn't make me feel better in that moment was soul crushing in the moment too. I remember just being like, oh no, it's supposed to feel different than this. And yeah, that was a big moment for me just in life, and like one of the biggest learning lessons that I've ever had. And I think I was supposed to win Dancing with the Stars to be able to like have that story of like, you can win the thing, but you have to realize like it can mean nothing if you're just like going for the trophies and the things, if you haven't like, you know, really worked on your heart first, I think. Yeah.
When you also decided to do Dancing with the Stars, in the book, there's kind of like an understanding of, you know, maybe ABC being like, you know, this is another great opportunity for you. Let's move past those episodes that were very sex-based that you maybe weren't pleased with. How do you feel about those now? Because I know you talk about a lot growing up in Alabama, and the idea of being a feminist, and how you kind of take that back now. And those episodes, I think, were a huge part of it, even though it can be hard. You don't want the whole world talking about your sex life, which is so fair. So how do you feel about them now?
Yeah, I think in the book, you really get to see the layers of how that kind of affected me. I think, yeah, like in the moment, it was really hard to kind of feel like, oh, you're just going to have to own this. You know, being told that was hard. But I do like know how it impacted a lot of women in a positive way. So I'll never like, honestly, the whole thing is like, I wouldn't go back and change it, because there's a whole, you know, I believe that there's a purpose in really everything. And so I think writing this book though was really important for people to really have a true understanding of what was happening though. And so that is kind of like, wouldn't change anything, but I'm really glad that I've had the opportunity to write this book to really tell the full story.